Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? It's me, Buck Brody. That's my name. That's my character name on YouTube. I use the word "that's my character name" because I got it from Charleston White. That's my man. That's why I watch on YouTube. But this ain't about Charleston White. It was just something I threw out there. Name drop real quick. Boom, back. Okay. And one more thing y'all might notice if y'all know me and y'all have watched my videos. Yes, I dyed my beard because I think it look better. What y'all think? It don't matter. Anyway, keep going. This is what I like. I wanted to talk to everybody, all of y'all, about some of the things that I do, some of the things I think about, speak about, and try to do in my life in this world while I'm alive, okay? First of all, I've been through a whole lot, right? A whole lot of things that hurt me, a whole lot of things that made me feel bad, a whole lot of things that shamed me, so many things that was hurtful in my life, right? I ain't bringing y'all no pity party and I ain't asking y'all to feel sorry for me. I'm asking y'all to listen, to understand. You feel what I'm saying? Only for the people who gonna listen. Everybody don't have wise ears, you know what I mean, and a wise mind to listen and think. Some of us won't grow up. I'm 48 years old, right? I've been childish, I've been immature, you know what I mean? I've been a child. Shoot, I was young, you know what I mean? I'm grown now, as we all know, we all can see. Trust me, this big gray. And if you look at some of that hair right there, some of that's gray up in there. Ain't a whole lot, but I'm 48, I'll be 49 in May, okay? All right, stay with me, please, y'all, stay with me. Because I feel like some people don't listen. I was out over my buddy's house yesterday, right? I don't know if it's gonna be taken as wrong, but it ain't intended that way. Only for the listening ears, all right? And the understanding hearts and minds. Y'all feel me, you know what I mean? I'm hanging out with a buddy, me, his sister, and his son. In fact, my buddy is 50 years old. His sister, maybe she 30, maybe 31. His son is 30. His sister have her 2 kids there. We sitting back in the garage and we, chilling. But, it's just a vibe going on. And her son comes over, which is his nephew. But he's saying, and I'm saying, no, don't do that. And he's saying, I have a dream. Okay, stupid, man, funny. That's funny, but really, my thing is, like, I'm saying we shouldn't do that, but, and he's saying, basically, oh, look at this dude, now he want to be preach. That's basically how I feel. So, it's like, I got to talking about certain things, about how things is. In fact, Kanye West was one of the topics that came up, and being a Gemini was one of the things that came up within that Kanye thing. And my boy was like, he only saying that because he a Gemini, because Kanye a Gemini is not a Gemini. Now, I want to bring up something about the Gemini thing. But after I bring up the fact that I was saying, speaking on Kanye, I was saying Kanye was speaking up on what was being done to black people. My opinion. He was saying, so what'd he say? And anyway, but he just kept over talking, so he never was listening, right? So I understand, he was just doing his thing, My thing was more like, you have to care more about people. We have to teach the kids how to be better than we was. We can't keep teaching them, all the negative things like smoking weed and, fuck you and excuse me, you know what I mean? We can't just teach kids all the things that don't mean nothing. Because when you get locked up, who's arresting you? And the black police, maybe one there, maybe 5 or 6 white ones. You know what I mean? Most of them white. But then they take you to see the judge, who end up being a white person. And then, you know, maybe you get sick and go to the hospital. And the person who takes your name and all that may be a black person, maybe, or Hispanic person. But then the person who, you know, take a look at you and all these things, mostly majority white. And when they come see you, when you come to the doctor to see the doctor, they say, well, turn this way, turn that way. Did that hurt? Well, do this hurt? Well, you may be okay. You take this and you go home. And this is because we don't have no black kids doing anything. We say black kids shouldn't be police, and we don't teach them how to be architects and doctors and, you know, lawyers and business people, how to run things and control things to get ahead in life. You know, we teach, you know, how to twerk, how to smoke weed, you know, how to shoot a gun. We teach all the negative things to kids. We have to teach better to the youth while they coming up, you know, in the world. You know, what I used to do as a teenager, I don't do in my 40s. I don't do in my 30s. You know, somewhere you have to grow up, and I make changes in my life and adjustments according to the way I have to live. I hope y'all still with me. Y'all still with me? I have to make adjustments and changes according to how I gotta live. Now, for a while through my life, I lived on the streets, you know what I mean? I've been through a lot as a kid, everything, man. I can't get into it all right now because I don't want to be violating nobody else's rights, so, you know, whatever. I'm just speaking on me. But I see things different than the way I used to see things. I no longer want to participate in the things that bring us down, you know what I mean? Even if I die today, it's still my nieces and nephews and your sons and daughters and cousins and brothers and sisters that's going to grow up. I want to see them, you know, black doctors, because I'm at an age now where if I go, you know, in the hospital, I got to see a doctor who's probably not going to take the best care of me. You know, even the black ones ain't going to necessarily take care of us, but that's because we don't teach right, you know what I mean? And everybody is, you know, everybody is wicked now. Everybody been through things, and things make us all be and act and trust toward each other a certain way. When really, we gotta teach better to the ones who learn it, you know? We can't teach the grown people. That's what I was told. We can't teach the grown people because us as grown people think we know everything. And that's one of the things my buddy said to me last night with the conversation. But I was not trying to offend him. I was just saying, it's his nephew, but still, his nephew only was about 2 to 3 years old. How do you respond to a kid this way, 3 years old, and you 50 years old? I'm just saying you have to make changes. I ain't being disrespectful to nobody. I'm saying, think about what I'm saying. Stop being ignorant to facts. Like, we all got to grow up. It ain't I have a dream. Make some changes. You can't keep being the same you because it don't work the same way. If somebody seen a 3-year-old walking the street 12 o'clock at night, they're going to run out there saying, call the police and try to find out where his parents at because they need help. That will happen to somebody maybe 9 and 10 years old that night because they know a kid need help. But when you grown and you got this hair on your face, ain't nobody really trusting you because you look like a man or because you look like a woman when you got all that lipstick on and little tight clothes, you know? Ain't nobody helping adults the way they're going to help a kid. And adults need help, but it's about helping the kids because the adults are lost, including myself. But I try to find myself and I try to learn and I try to teach what I learn, you know, and mainly the positive things. Everybody ain't gonna listen to you, everybody ain't gonna follow you, and everybody gonna say you crazy when you speak different from what you used to act or speak. My life ain't been the perfect life. No, your life haven't either. Nobody have to feel disrespected. Like I'm saying, you don't do this to little kids. You don't teach these things, especially at the age of 50 years old. You have to teach kids how to lead. You have to teach kids that there's more going on in life You have to know that there's more going on in life. You have to build your team. I don't have nobody. I lived on the streets. I was homeless. I've been shot 6 times. I've been through a whole lot. And I ain't sitting right here crying about nothing. I'm just saying, with all I've been through, I have to change the way I think. And you have to change the way you think. It's all about changing how you think. Because what you think is what you do. What you see is what you do. In fact, his son was sitting there watching these videos. And most of the videos were showing people chasing down somebody, getting killed or shooting somebody or something. And his leg was just sitting there shaking. You're 30 years old. You think about you putting things into your mind. And you understand that this could be you. And in your soul, it do something to you, make you feel a way like, oh man, you know, I don't really like to watch that kind of stuff because I know how it make me think. I know how it make me feel. What if I was the one with the gun? What if I was the one running from the gun? Y'all don't understand that the world have to change. And you know what I mean? We always cry about our kids getting killed when it happens to us and our kids. But then when we see somebody else do it, we say, shit, he shouldn't have been out there doing all that shit. Come on, which side of it is you on? Like, let's be real. You can't, you know, roll with that shit when it happens to somebody else, but when it knock on your door and be on your doorstep, then you feel like it's wrong, then you feel like you need change. Listen, change have to happen now. It's our kids getting killed. When you look at every race out here, and then when you look at the black race, we the ones who shooting and killing each other. Running around with our pants hanging off our ass, acting rougher and tougher than anybody else, killing each other for coming on our own neighborhood blocks. But white people can walk up and down your blocks and look at these houses and buy them, and you say, hey, how you doing? Good morning. And ain't nothing wrong with having respect and being different from what the world telling you to be. Think for yourself. I think for myself. Don't nobody want to die and get killed. I think about it a lot. Shit, I done had dreams about it, man. I don't want it to happen to me, but if it got to happen, hey, it's got to happen. Nobody is here to live forever. Not me, not you, or nobody. The good die young is what they say. And I believe that to be true. Because if you die at 21 and all of your friends become 80, 85 years old, their only memory is going to be when you was 21 years old. And they're going to remember all the good you did. And still have problems with the bad that everybody that's still alive with them done. Because what you do on earth counts. It counts, it counts. I just want y'all to understand what I be saying. I want y'all to hear me, you know, what y'all think. You know, we all been through something. I change. I don't want to think the same way. I don't want to do the same things, you know what I mean? I want to see some change. I have 2 sons, both 23-year-old, you know what I mean? They grown men, they do their things their way. And I talk to them both about their rights and their wrongs. And they can stamp this, you know. I talk to my nephews, you know, all that. I show love to them, you know. I try to be positive because I've been shot 6 times, four different situations. I ain't dead, I ain't paralyzed. Man, I got a testimony and this is what I'm speaking. Man. I've been through it for real. This ain't fake stuff. You know what I mean? Most people gonna sit there and tell y'all they've been through this, they've been through that. They have no evidence. They have no receipts. I have receipts. Look right here. I was shot right here at 15 years old. Man. 15 years old with a shotgun right in my shoulder. I was shot right here. You know what I'm saying? I was shot in my back right here. I was shot in my hip. I was shot in both of my thighs. Well, I shot myself in one of them, but it still counts. But my point is, I'm still here today to be able to speak to y'all this way. This is my testimony. This is how I feel, you know. Maybe the Most High have a purpose for me to still be here, you know. Every day and still today, I wonder, God, can you make sure that I get some money so that I can do the things that I desire to do in my life? And they ain't came. And people always say, he gonna give them to you when he wants you to have them. Well, I guess he don't want me to have them things, but the things he do want me to have, maybe I have them already. I don't know. But I'm using what I have now. I'm happy. I can smile. I feel good. I'm home alone right now. My lady friend gone out of town, enjoying herself, and I hope she enjoying herself. But I ain't sitting here worried about what she doing. I just hope she's safe and enjoying herself. I'm here. I ain't out the door, I ain't all over the place. But whatever I do and whatever I go do, whatever I involve myself in, I make sure that I can enjoy myself in. But one thing I don't like is when I get somewhere around a group and I start speaking, it's like I'm killing the vibe. And that's what happened last night, you know. I ain't nobody really saying it's just like they, you know. But this happens all the time when I'm in that place, right? And it's like, okay, then maybe, you know, it's just not the place for me to be. I don't know. I keep going back because I'm loyal and I'm a friend to my friends. And I just fuck with my homie. That's my boy. I fucks with my nigga, you know. So I go over and try to hang out with him. But I still seem like I got to teach this dude, man. You know, you can't be teaching no 2-year-old this. I know it ain't what you think you teaching, but you teaching. You got to speak positive into them. You got to show these kids it's something different. I don't care what nobody else say. You can say my message came from anybody or whatever, but it ought to be a lie because you can go look at my YouTube and date all my videos. They go way back, man, 10 years ago. So I ain't fake. I ain't fake. Everything I'm saying is true. Anybody who know me know this is true. I've been through it, y'all. I'm just trying to see something different. I probably done looked out for half y'all kids. And my boy who I'm talking about, his son was right there with us. And I done looked out for his son. He know that. So now I got to tell my story on YouTube. I no longer want to consider how everybody else feel about what I might do or what I might say. I'm speaking for the way I feel because when I leave this earth, baby, y'all got to know what I meant. My name Buck.